friends, welcome back to the channel. My name's Molly. I'm the founder, owner, operator, everything for Lacquer22, a small nail polish company. But today we're talking makeup and specifically cosmic brushes slash cosmic beauty. I have all 5 palettes that are currently available on their website, and I'm gonna rank them for you. So a quick little backstory on my experience with cosmic brushes. I bought all of these during their Black Friday sale last year. There was a decent wait time, but it's also Black Friday and I'm sure they just had a crazy amount of orders. So that's nothing against them. They are in the UK, I'm in the US, so it did take a minute to get here once it did ship. But I really appreciate that majority of these palettes are very matte heavy instead of shimmer heavy. I really appreciate that. I am absolutely, without a doubt, a matte girl. I prefer mattes much more than shimmers. I still like to have a shimmer on every day, but I can make a lot of different things work as my shimmer. It doesn't need to be in the palette necessarily. But I ended up being quite a fan of their formulations. In my Winter Wonderland video, you'll see that I was not the most pleased. My thoughts have changed. That was my first impression of the brand. I think my primer just wasn't the best choice for that day because I used my Milani instead of my Urban Decay, and Urban Decay is tip top. So I think that was fully on me, and I do kind of regret putting that video up now, but now we have this one to clear the air a little bit. But I have these 5 palettes. I'm gonna rank them, let you know kind of my thoughts, and here we go. So unfortunately I'm starting the ranking, the last spot, in very much of a crowd favorite. This is the Serenity palette. This was kind of the one that broke the internet, so to speak, for them. I don't get me wrong, okay, I enjoy this color palette. This is actually what I'm wearing today. But I feel like I kind of have to think a little bit too much with the layout here. I like that we have greens and blues and purples and that pop of orange, but I'm also just an orange lover. I don't know, I feel like it's a fun palette. I just feel like I have to think a little bit too much. And I will say Serenity, Twilight, Odyssey are not the most shiny shimmers, which, you know, like, that's okay, it depends on your preference. But if you do use this palette or any of the company's palettes, I highly recommend a glitter glue for any of the shimmers, just to kind of ensure that their shine pops through a little bit. Again, I don't dislike the palette, it's just my least favorite color story wise. Next up in 4th place, we have the Winter Wonderland. This was what my video was about. Now, quality, now that I'm using my proper primer, I very much enjoy this palette. The color story, I like that we have the purple, blue, and like that little teal leaning color family as well. Same situation with the shimmers. I recommend a glitter glue with any of them. We do have some multi-chromes in this palette, which are super nice, very pretty. And I don't know, I feel like the color story in this one makes a lot more sense than Serenity did. It's just, I don't know, I feel like we have some, I want to see more smaller palettes from them, we'll just say that. Because I feel like this could have been pared down a little bit. It feels a little repetitive to me. And I just feel like some of the shades aren't quite necessary to still get a good look. Number 3, this is, I think, one of the best rainbow palettes to exist. This is the Delicious Delights palette. And I feel like this rainbow palette is just so different than a lot of the ones that we see, and I'm a big fan. I feel like this yellow right here is such an interesting tone of yellow that's really fun. I like that we have a mint, still that lime color up there. We do have an orange. I don't know, I feel like the layout, the tones of every color family is just very unique and different, but it's still a rainbow palette. And I don't know, I feel like I'm almost speechless because I'm just amazed by the tones chosen for the palette. Again, same thing with glitter glue. This is a multi-chrome. I haven't used it quite yet, but it goes to green. Very, very pretty, obviously. And I really can't wait for it to get even warmer outside for me to use it more and more. In second place, we have the Muse palette. This is such a beautiful, earthy toned, romantic kind of color story that I really, really enjoy. There is kind of a line of it being almost too neutral for me, but all in all, I just really, really love it. I feel so pretty anytime I wear this palette, and I don't know, I feel like I can't say enough good things about it. We have a mustard, olive, a burgundy up there. Those are all like my kind of colors. But then we still have the greens in there that are so pretty, the pinks. I will say I don't really feel like these two purple shimmers match the rest of the palette. I don't really get why we have them, but we do, it's okay. But I feel so warm and cozy just looking at the color story of this one, and I don't know, just can't get enough, really. The last palette that we have for cosmic brushes, this is the Gothic palette. First and foremost, I'm in love with the packaging. The black on black is so beautiful to me, so intriguing. I love that it's called Gothic too. I just think that's a perfect name for it. Now this is a purple monochromatic palette, and I feel like this is how monochromatic palettes should be done. We have the cool tone side of purple here and the warm tone side of purple there. I just really, really like it. You can get more of a neutral look if you stay in this column. You can obviously get a little more crazy and bright if you come to this side. I love that we have the black in there. It is a matte with glitter, but the glitter does come off. It's not saturated with glitter, so it's still usable. This is a beautiful multi-chrome here. This one's more of a topper right there. I feel like this palette is just really, really pretty, especially if you love purple eyeshadow. I feel like this is all you need if you like purples, and they just absolutely killed it. Now, because Cosmic Brushes is an international brand, you probably won't see me featuring the new palettes when they come out immediately after they come out, just because shipping is quite expensive. When I bought these, I did tell myself, like, hey, you don't need 5 to try this palette out. But then I got the classic little conundrum of, well, if I do buy the 5th palette, then I get free shipping. So I fell for it and I did that. I'm really happy I have all of them. I think all of them are really good quality now that I've had more time to experience the formula and kind of play around with what works best. I'm still able to do my typical like pencil brush, darker shade first, and then the lighter shades in the crease. It's just that the Milani primer with my NYX mineral setting powder are not a good combination underneath this formula. The Urban Decay primer with the NYX mineral setting powder is perfectly fine. So it's just the Milani primer that gets a little iffy, if you will. I still think the shimmers do have, like, for the most part, some room to improve, but they're still really pretty. So it's not like they're the worst things in the world by any means. I think they could be better, but I'm not oh so disappointed in them. I hope that makes sense. I don't know, I really like the brand. I've really liked the palettes that I have. I'd love to see more smaller ones from them. I don't know, that's kind of all I've got for you today. I really enjoy this brand as a whole. I hope you enjoy them as well if you have them. Do you have them? Do you have a favorite? I really like what I've tried so far. I'm very impressed now that I've had more time to play again. But that's kind of all I've got for you today. So I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.